Chaplain Gerhardt.
Thank you, Chairman. Would you bow your heads together with me in prayer? Lord our God, what a sacred honor it is, above all other earthly tasks, to take care of our neighbors in this community who come to us in need. What a tremendous privilege it is to support those in crisis, in sickness, and in pain. And we pray this day to be found worthy of the great confidence and trust that is placed in us by those we humbly serve. We thank you, our Heavenly Father, for the competent and caring members of our hospital family. We give thanks for the wide array of gifts and talents that allows us to bring the best of care, both day and night. Bless our staff with compassion and strength as they labor long hours serving the ill. And would you, the great physician, bless our earthly efforts to bring healing by your heavenly hand. And we ask this day and every day for wisdom and guidance for this great ministry of healing that we call Sarasota Memorial Hospital. These things together we pray. Amen.
You join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Chaplain Gerhardt, if you could just hang in there a minute. We caught you. Today is Chaplain's last, leadership of us before this esteemed board, and David has a few remarks he'd like to say.
So, Chaplain, I actually wrote down some comments, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to speak from the heart for a minute. John has been with us now for almost 20 years in this capacity. He has become a good friend to many of us, including me specifically. You know, it's an amazing job he has, and it is something that I can't imagine how you can do each and every day, and the emotional strain it must bring on you. For one day, you're anointing hands for all of our nurses, which I know means a lot to the staff here. Another day, you're sitting with a family who may have lost a loved one or is preparing to lose a loved one. And other days, you're in praying with a family for comfort to bring them hope of cure. So, John, just on behalf of the entire healthcare system, and certainly I know I speak for our board members and our staff and our medical staff, thank you for everything that you've done. And I know it's not goodbye, but we appreciate so much everything that you've done over the years. So thank you. You're going to say something now.
It has been a weighty privilege to serve this healthcare system and to see how far we have come. And it is a joy to have been part of it. And I'm not leaving by my own cognizance or desire. For a couple years, my cardiologist has been saying, John, you got to shift gears. So I'm finally honoring my physician's wishes. But you will be in my thoughts and prayers, and however I might continue to contribute to this great organization, I certainly will try to do so. But I just want to thank you for the privilege of being able to serve not only my fellow man, but my God through this role. It has been an honor and a joy to open the board meetings every month in prayer and ask for God to direct you who volunteer your time and attention to this place. So thank you for your skills and your insights. And I know God will continue to bless this institution as we serve him and our neighbor in need. So thank you for the privilege. I got to go to ICU.
I know. Hold on. I have a little something for you.
John, if I might comment, Superman appreciates it.
So, John, we have a just a small gift of thank you. Just put on your desk, wherever that might be. Okay, and thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to pack this up for you somehow.
We can take it to your office for you.
Oh, we could do that, couldn't we? Let's do. You got to go. Okay. All right, we'll take care of it. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. All righty, well, let me call this meeting to order. We've had a wonderful start already. Before we get into the meeting itself, I have a public comment statement to read. Any citizens desiring to address the hospital board should turn in a speaker card to the board secretary. If the citizen comment pertains to an item on the agenda today, the comment will be heard early in this meeting. Otherwise, it will be heard towards the end. Speakers are asked to limit their comments to 5 minutes. Vendors, suppliers, or other persons seeking hospital contracts awarded on a competitive basis are reminded that their ability to address the board may be restricted by the terms of the invitation to bid, request for proposal, or other purchasing criteria. Lastly, the board has established a claims adjustment review panel comprised of representatives of the board, the medical staff, administration, and legal counsel to review and negotiate the settlement of claims. Accordingly, the board will not entertain comments or discussion or negotiate claims at this meeting. Thank you. All right. With that in mind, I'll entertain a motion to approve the orders of the day.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the orders of the day.
Second.
Any comment, discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no? Alrighty, thank you. Next up, we need a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of March 19th, 2018.
Mr. Chairman, I approve the minutes of our last meeting.
You make the motion.
I make a motion to
That's what I
approve the
thought I
minutes.
heard.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Do I have a second? Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed? Already, thank you. Already, board reports, we don't have any, I don't believe. Alrighty. With that, I'll call on Dr. Kyle Gardner to introduce our speaker for today.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So today we have the pleasure of hearing from Dr. Alan Grindle. He is a board-certified neurologist and fellow in the American Academy of Neurology. He received his undergraduate degree from Northwestern and a medical degree from the University of Illinois. He then went on to get his neurology training at the University of Virginia and served there as medical faculty. He's been here in Sarasota for about 30 years. He's on the clinical staff at FSU and is the director of the Memory Disorder Clinic at Sarasota Memorial. He's here today to give us an update on that program. Sir?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, I've been here 40 years on the staff. So, well, listen, I really appreciate your interest in the memory disorder program and the opportunity to talk to you about it. What I'd like to do is to just start out and really try to give an idea of what the impact of memory disorders on this community is. It is estimated that there are probably 15,000 adults with Alzheimer's disease in Sarasota County, and I suspect that's just the tip of the iceberg. That many of you may not know that Alzheimer's disease probably begins 20 to 30 years before the very first symptom. And after the age of 65, it doubles every 5 years, so that at the age of 85, approximately half of all adults at age 85 have dementia, most of them of the Alzheimer type. What we're really seeing is a tsunami coming about. We've got baby boomers entering into the Alzheimer age group, and we have all of us living longer into our 80s. I picked this quote. It's from a book by Greg O'Brien talking about the future, and it may be just a little bit of an exaggeration, but unless the present trends are modified, in the next 25 years there are going to be two kinds of people in the world, those with Alzheimer's and those who have to take care of them. Let me tell you a little bit about our clinic. We're part of the Department of Elder Affairs. We're one of 7, I believe now, memory clinics throughout the state. Our area involves Sarasota, DeSoto, and Highlands County. And our principal job is in the identification and evaluation of patients with early Alzheimer's disease. We're involved in their evaluation, but also in providing support services for them. And as far as the highlights, just looking at the last year, in this last year, we've seen well over 300 patients for a full diagnostic evaluation. And in addition to that, we do free memory screenings. We actually screen individuals to determine if there's any issues, and then those who seem to have some concerns, we're able to then refer on for a more complete evaluation. We provide a support group for both the patients and their families, and that we have been working in the last year with the Jewish Family Community Service with a program known as ASIN, where we would provide primarily support, education, and support primarily for patients and their families. We're also involved in putting out a newsletter, and the program is also responsible for silver alerts. What happens is our office is notified when there is a silver alert. After the individual has been brought back and recovered, we're involved in counseling families to try to prevent future problems with our demented population. So, a brief introduction. I'm very glad to take any questions.
I'm curious, do you have any work with the Roskamp Institute here in Sarasota County that is studying the beginnings, I guess, of Alzheimer's?
We've been working on that. One of the things that I think is necessary for the advancement of particularly treatment for a disease like Alzheimer's, which we really have no treatment for, is to encourage people to volunteer for trials, for clinical trials. So yes, we are working closely, and we often refer patients to them, those who are interested in undergoing clinical trials, yes.
What is Alzheimer's relative to other dementias?
Alzheimer's probably represents 80 to 85% of all dementias. What we tend to see is that it's often individuals will have more than one cause of dementia. Sometimes they'll have a vascular cause, they'll have Alzheimer's, Parkinson's often will coexist with Alzheimer's. So it's often a combination of things that brings about the cognitive problems. But Alzheimer's pathology is clearly the most common.
Any other questions? Well, Doctor, thank you so much.
Sure, no.
Appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you.
David's up next. We have, I think it's 5 awards today, so I'll let you start at the top with the Excel Award winner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to invite Mary Morgan to come up here. Mary. How are you? So Mary Morgan is our April Excel Award winner. She's a surgical coder, billing, and scheduling specialist in the OR and has worked at Sarasota Memorial since 2010. Mary's coworkers all agree she is an invaluable employee with a master multitasker, handling multiple obligations at any given time with calm and pleasant demeanor. Mary consistently balances the many demands of patient care, physician satisfaction, and OR capacity, they say. Every day, she uses her communication and networking expertise to manage the OR flow while meeting the needs of all involved. Physicians and leadership often seek out Mary out for assistance. She's always willing to help anyone in need. Her scheduling team admires her enthusiasm and positive energy. Mary's a joy to work with. We're very fortunate to have her. Mary, thank you so much for everything you do for us. Thank you.
Hello, Mary. We have a beautiful plaque to present to you this afternoon on behalf of the president of the hospital and our chairman and the board. Let me read it to you. Excel recipients are employees who are models of excellence and consistently demonstrate the mission, vision, and values of our organization. They are superior performers that make an extra effort in the quality and care of our patients and families in the community. The hospital board and administrative staff of Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System recognizes Mary Morgan with the Excel Award for the month of April 2018, signed by David Verinder, President, and our distinguished Chairman, Joseph DiVirgilio, as Chairman. Congratulations. And I hate to tell you this, but you're going to have to give this plaque back to David because he's going to present it to you again. But for right now, please hold on to it. Hold it for a few minutes.
Would you like to say anything, Mary? I say that, but they really want you to. I'll stand right by you.
Okay, please excuse me because I'm good at phone work, but
Just hold it up like that.
oh God, you guys are gonna make me emotional. I really don't know what to say. I just would like to thank everybody that nominated me. I really appreciate it.
Mary, congratulations. I'll take that.
That was perfect. What are you so worried about? All right. Now, here's what we're going to do, though. I'm going to have to embarrass you again in front of all of Management Council, okay? So we'll give you this at that point.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Mary, but
Congratulations.
well done. David, we have the Excel Employee of the Year Award up next.
We do. And I'd like to invite Johanna Krempel to come up with me. You're old hat at this now, right? Yeah, well. So, this is our, Johanna Krempel, I'm pleased to announce, is the winner of our Excel Employee of the Year. Johanna is a nurse in labor and delivery. She's been with Sarasota Memorial since 1984, which is an impressive 34 years. Labor and delivery is a busy place where her coworkers say her outstanding communication skills truly shine. At any given moment, she may be dealing with physicians and nurses, not to mention anxious patients and loved ones. Johanna has a great sense of critical thinking and higher level of situational awareness that is needed, especially in emergencies, her coworkers say. She is professional, accountable, and present, they say, with an uncanny ability to know what's going on in every aspect of our unit, which changes rapidly. Johanna is the outstanding communicator, which includes being unafraid to handle tough communication when needed. She is well-versed in team steps and uses it effectively. You can always count on her to be honest and true to herself and her patients. One coworker sums it up by saying, Johanna is one of the most genuine people I know. She has a compassionate heart that truly cares for her patients and everyone she works with. Congratulations on being our 2018 Employee of the Year. Congratulations. Come up here and give another speech. No more plaques.
I
No
am,
more plaques.
no.
You already got one.
Thank you. I'm very humbled by this. I think I'm working with an incredible team in every part of the hospital, and that's the only way we can be as great as we are. And your leadership is appreciated, and I hope I'll be here for a while longer.
We do too. You have a
Yeah.
few years to go.
I do,
Right?
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Congratulations.
And just so the board knows, we do honor our Employee of the Year and our Leader of the Year with a special bonus too that was given out to them at the Management Council meeting. So,
All right, David, you're on a roll, so we have the Physicians Excel Award for the first quarter 2018.
So it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Joe Seaman up for his award. Joe? So Dr. Seaman is our Physician Excel Award winner for first quarter 2018. Dr. Seaman is currently Chief of Staff-elect in pulmonary critical care medicine, and he's been on staff since 2012. Dr. Seaman's nominations are so complimentary and unanimously say he's a role model for physicians. Here's a sampling of some of his peers' comments. Dr. Seaman is compassionate, enthusiastic, and focused on patient-centered care. Dr. Joe is one of the best communicators, spending time to ensure staff understands disease conditions. He involves everyone in the interdisciplinary care plan for each patient. Dr. Joe's knowledge of new technologies and therapies helps keep us on top of our game. He's an active listener and takes our opinions into consideration. Dr. Seaman is an excellent teacher who never misses an opportunity to educate students or staff. Dr. Joe's professional values and attitudes are evident. He's a positive person who treats everyone with respect. He's down to earth and plays awesome music. So thank you, Dr. Seaman. Thank you for everything.
Congratulations.
We got
A plaque for you. Let me just sneak in here real quick. I had the privilege of sitting next to Dr. Seaman this morning, so I'm glad to see you again this afternoon. Physician Excel Award. Excel recipients are physicians who are recognized as role models of excellence, superior in performance. They are leaders who consistently demonstrate a collaborative team approach in their work. These individuals strengthen the quality of patient care and the image of Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System in our community. Hospital Board and administrative staff of Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System recognizes Dr. Joseph Seaman with the Excel Award, third quarter of 2017. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well done. Well deserving.
Well, I appreciate this, and it's great to be recognized, but in actuality, what I do takes a team and a village to help care for all of these folks in our community, and it's an honor to be able to work and practice at a hospital that recognizes that. The support that we get not only from the community but from the board and the hospital is outstanding, and that's why we're such a great hospital, and it's an honor to work here. So, thank you.
Sure does.
All right, next up, we have our Leadership Award for the first quarter of 2018.
So I'd like to invite Mike Martin to come up, who is our Leadership Award winner for first quarter of 2018. Mike? So Mike has been the Director of Information Technology and has been at Sarasota Memorial since 2016. Mike's peers describe him as a seasoned leader with extensive knowledge of the IT environment. He's directly involved with numerous projects and always going the extra mile for each. Mike's coworkers agree that he is actively engaged with his teams. He finds time to interact with staff, whether there's an issue or just to see how your day's going. He's approachable, quiet, polite, and respectful to everyone. From his first day as a director, Mike was simply part of the family, his coworkers say. He took time to learn and understand the culture and to listen and ask questions of staff. Mike's coworkers confirm that he is a dedicated leader who often stays late and comes in on weekends during critical or unplanned downtimes. His leadership excellence was especially visible during Hurricane Irma, when we worked hard to maintain continuity of services throughout the hospital. Mike, congratulations and thanks for everything you do. So,
Another good-looking plaque here, the Leadership Award. There's a quote on here by the President John Quincy Adams: "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, you are a leader." The hospital board and administrative staff of Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System present Michael Martin with the Leadership Award for the first quarter of 2018, signed by our president and our chairman. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Perfect. You get to keep this one.
I get to hold
yes,
on to it.
he does. Yeah, we've already met her.
Right. So I want to take, first and foremost, I want to thank the teams that report to me. They're really the ones that make my job so enjoyable. They're alongside of me with every step. They do a great job. They're often doing the heavy work, so it's really them that need to share this award. So hats off to them. I'd also like to thank the leadership team here for the opportunity here at Sarasota Memorial and for giving me the opportunity to lead as I see fit. Thank you very much.
And I understand that the Leader of the Year award will be given at the next meeting. Correct?
Yes, I look out there and I don't see her here, so we're going to recognize her next month if
All
that's
right,
okay.
great.
Thank you.
David. All right, next up, Dr. Gardner. You have a recorded medical staff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So over the past several months, the Medical Executive Committee and the medical staff have been working to revise portions of our ongoing professional practice evaluation and focused professional practice evaluation, as well as some changes in the organizational manual to help facilitate how practice evaluation and professional evaluation occurs at Sarasota Memorial. We have updated several policies to help improve this system, and they are here in front of you, and we would like a motion to accept these. It has been voted on by the Medical Executive Committee and the medical staff, and they have been approved.
All righty, well, thank you.
So, Mr. Chairman, I have a motion regarding the approval of these medical staff policies. I move approval of the following medical staff policies related to ongoing and focused professional practice evaluation and other medical staff issues. The professional practice evaluation policy, the FPPE policy to confirm practitioner competence and professionalism, which includes new members and new privileges, the OPPE, which is the ongoing professional practice policy, the medical staff professionalism policy, the practitioner health policy, the policy on practitioner access to confidential files, and the policy on concerns related to utilization as recommended by the Medical Executive Committee. Would anyone want me to go over that again?
There you go. And we have a second. We have the motion and second. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion on the floor, please signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no? All right, the motion's passed. You have anything else, Bill?
So I also have a motion on the SMH Medical Staff Organization Manual. I move approval of the amendments to the Medical Staff Organizational Manual as approved by the Medical Executive Committee.
We have a second?
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion on the floor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed? No? Okay, motion's carried.
This concludes my report.
All righty, great, thank you. Foundation report, Mason Ayers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have any golfers? We have the Healthcare Foundation Golf Outing coming up on Friday, May 4th at Laurel Oak Country Club. Love to see you guys out there. The proceeds from the tournament are going to go to the Physician Endowment, which provides educational resources for the SMH team. We also have sponsorships still available if you're interested in supporting the golf outing. That concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Fantastic. Well, let's all hope for good weather.
Yes.
Okay. Secretary's report, Trim.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a comment and introduce Jim Tollerton, who is sitting in the back. I meant to do this at the podium. Jim was the creator of the Excel Award, and he funds the award that is given to our employees. And just want to recognize Jim back there. Thank you, Jim, for your work with the hospital. I have the meetings that are scheduled for the month of May. We will be meeting on Monday, May the 21st, here at 9 o'clock. We will have the Mission and Planning Committee at 10:30 until noon. The Quality Committee will meet between noon and 12:30. We will conduct peer review. From 12:30 to 2 will be the financial review. At 2 o'clock in this room, the board will convene its monthly meeting. On Thursday, May the 31st, between 8 and 11 o'clock, we will conduct a strategic planning retreat, which is a closed session. It will be here in the Waldemere building. That's all I have to report.
Thank you, Trim. All right, Treasurer's report, Shara.
Yes, I have the treasurer's report here, and I move approval of the bad debts and charity care for the month ended March 31st, 2018, in the amount of $18,394,000.
There you go, okay. Slight rounding there. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Those opposed, no? Okay. Thank you. William, financial report.
Thank you. I have the financial highlights for March 2018, and March is the 6th month of our fiscal year, so when I say fiscal year to date numbers, they represent 1/2 of our fiscal year so far. So operating revenue for the system for the month of March was $85,998,000 compared to a budget of $72,853,000. Fiscal year to date, actual of $429,539,000 compared to a budget of $396,219,000. For the system's total expenses for March, $73,783,000 compared to a budget of $70,047,000. And fiscal year to date, which is again 6 months, $401,607,000 compared to a budget of $390,329,000. For the system's operating income in the rating agency format, for the month of March, $15,469,000, which generated an operating margin of 17.1%. This compared very favorably to the budget of $6,156,000, which was an operating budgeted operating margin of 8%. Fiscal year to date, operating income stands at $47,663,000 compared to a budget of $25,993,000. We budgeted an operating margin of 6.1%, but the actual is 10.4%. Looking at some statistics for the hospital, and these are all 6-month numbers, average daily occupancy, 535 compared to a budget of 538. Our acute average length of stay, 4.47 days, and prior year was 4.46 days. Through 6 months, our admissions are 18,653 compared to a budget of 17,797. The hospital's surgery cases through 6 months, 11,928 compared to a budget of 11,849. And so far this fiscal year, births total 1,794 compared to a budget of 1,831. Outpatient registrations through 6 months, 241,091 compared to a budget of 233,215. And registrations in our 2 emergency care centers, 64,539 compared to a budget of 64,987. So far this fiscal year, our case mix index for all patients stands at 1.85 and for Medicare patients at 1.93. Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Bill. Any questions for Bill? Alrighty, thank you. Committee reports. First up is Governance Committee, Greg Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Governance Effectiveness Committee met this morning, and our first order of business was to review the annual board self-assessment, which is the tool by which the board members evaluate themselves and then compare their evaluation to other like organizations. These evaluations give us an opportunity to discuss governance issues and plan for board education. Our next item of business was to review some minor updates to the SMH Code of Conduct to bring the language into alignment with current healthcare lingo, and I have a motion related to that. I move approval of the updates of the SMH Code of Conduct as recommended by the Governance Effectiveness Committee.
Do we have a second?
Second that motion.
Motion a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries.
Finally, in anticipation of and in the hope that we receive positive word soon from Tallahassee on our CON for Venice Laurel Road Hospital, and in light of the many additions to our programs and services, both recent and anticipated, the board spent some time discussing the scale and structure of the ever-growing Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System and how it is evolving. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
All righty, thank you, Greg. Quality Committee, Bill Noon. Anything?
Yes, the Quality Committee met this morning, and as that is a closed meeting, I do not have a report.
All right, thank you very much. Next up, David, on our President's Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I'm going to start like I do each month and look at our organizational report card for our fiscal year to date through March of 2018. As Bill said, this represents the first 6 months of our operations. So we start in a service pillar. We see our HCAP scores being our first one being the inpatient number of domains greater than or equal to 50% percentile. We have a goal of being 8 out of 11, and I am here to report today we are hitting 8 out of 11 as of right now. On the outpatient side, we have a goal of being 55 out of 58. I'm happy to also report we're hitting that goal at 55 out of 58 right now. In the people pillar, we have a goal of having our turnover of our part-time and full-time employees that have been hired within the past 12 months at being 25% turnover or less. This is really probably one of the lowest numbers we've ever had at 23.88%. So very happy to report that and thank our team for their continued hard work on that. In the quality pillar, we have our goal is our infection prevention, which is our combined overall standardized infection rate being less than 0.95. Once again, we are greatly exceeding that or meeting that goal at 0.81. Really, once again, one of the lowest numbers of infection rates we've had. So congratulations to all of our team members on that as well. Finance pillar, you just heard a report from our CFO, Bill Wojin. Our organizational finance is our operating margin goal of 5.4%, which is our budget. We're projected to exceed that right now at 7.7%. In the growth pillar, we have our two goals. We have one on inpatient admits, which is inclusive of observation outpatients. We have a goal being 43,429 patients for the year. We are planning to, are on track to exceed that at 44,384. On outpatient registrations, we have a goal to be at 789,301. We are projecting to exceed that as well at 791,554. When we look a little bit deeper into our HCAP scores, we see a pretty consistent theme with months prior to where we have three items that we are coming up a little bit short on. Responsiveness of hospital staff, cleanliness of the hospital environment, and quietness of the hospital environment. These are certainly things that we continue to work on month after month. And as we get new facilities coming on board, I think some of these scores will start showing some improvements. But we're not sitting on our hands waiting just for that. We are doing quite a bit of work around these. Looking into the service goal, our column, we start with our educational lunch highlights and advances in stroke care. So more than 400 attendees learned about comprehensive stroke at the most recent Women in Medicine luncheon hosted by the Sarasota Memorial Healthcare Foundation. This year's event raised $170,000, which will support comprehensive stroke care at Sarasota Memorial. And SMH is the only state-designated comprehensive stroke center in the region. And just wanted to thank Mason and your team for doing that incredible event. It was really standing room only at Michael's, and really thought it came out well. So thank you. Continuing in service, Sarasota Memorial hosted several exhibits and tables at the recent Newtown Health Expo. Staff provided information on our new Sarasota Memorial internal medicine practice in Newtown. Our cancer care nurses shared information about cancer screening and prevention and brought a giant strolling colon. I've seen those. I don't know if you have. I'm not sure how words have it, but anyway, we had one. To give attendees a unique look at the inside of the large intestine. I don't write all this. Okay. So 100 community members attended the event. In all seriousness, it is prevention. It is something that we take seriously. We want to encourage people to have as much preventive medicine and diagnostics as we can, and we appreciate people coming out and the opportunity to do that. Moving into the quality pillar, the Commission on Cancer, COC, has once again given national accreditation to Sarasota Memorial's cancer program. The prestigious recognition is awarded sparingly to cancer programs that meet more than 30 COC quality care standards and maintains levels of excellence in the delivery of comprehensive patient-centered care. Sarasota Memorial is among the top cancer programs in the nation, maintaining continuous Commission on Cancer accreditation since 1988. And I will tell you, this is only going to continue to improve as we get our new cancer center up and operational, and we start construction. When, Lori? How about that, putting her on the spot? She didn't expect that. Yeah, the university one. How about that?
It'll be
late fall, early January. So we look forward to those facilities coming online.
I don't want to disrupt you, but for some reason your slides aren't keeping up with you.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm not pushing the buttons. That would help. Thank you. Thank you. So staying in quality, we're celebrating Certified Nurses National Certification Day. March 19th, we marked our National Certification Day. A significant portion, roughly 51% of SMH nurses have earned certification in their chosen specialties. Professional nursing certification demonstrates that nurses hold specialty knowledge to skillfully meet patients' needs. SMH reimburses nurses for both their initial certification as well as certification renewal. So congratulations to all of our nurses who keep up with this each and every day. Staying in quality and recognizing high-quality nursing, the Professional Excellence Program, the PEP program recognizes clinical RNs for their expertise and advancement of professional development, while aligning with and contributing to the organizational and nursing strategic goals. Special congratulations to Jackie Blond, who's a BSN, RN, BC, WCC of 7 Waldemere Tower, who was recognized for the second year in a row as the applicant with the highest level of achievement, and Sam Panuno, who is also a BSN, RN, of 6 East Tower with the most PEP points overall in the organization. So if you see these ladies, please congratulate them. In the people section, SMH celebrates our physicians. So Sarasota Memorial recently celebrated Doctors' Day, paying tribute to more than 900 members of our hospital's medical staff. Kyle, please pass on our thanks once again to all your staff. It was our honor to be able to do that. I know many of our board members had the opportunity to go up and wish the doctors a happy Physicians' Day, and we appreciate you taking your time to come in and do that as well. Nurses recognized for excellent care. Our ECC RN wins the 25th SMH Daisy Award. Tanya Bujan, RN in our Emergency Care Center, is the most recent winner of the Sarasota Memorial's Daisy Award, which recognizes SMH nurses who have demonstrated exemplary frontline care. Colleagues say Tanya is an exceptional nurse who is a role model in professionalism and clinical practice. So congratulations to her. Going into growth for a minute, I'm happy to announce that FSU College of Medicine and Sarasota Memorial have received approval to launch a new emergency medicine residency program to meet healthcare and physician workforce needs in Sarasota and surrounding communities. The Accreditation Council for Graduate Medical Education, or the ACGME, the sanctioning body for graduate medical education in the U.S. and Canada, approved the program's initial accreditation this month. The approval clears the way for SMH and FSU to begin reaching out to graduate medical students interested in enrolling in the specialty program in the summer of 2019. And you see a picture of Dr. Kelly O'Keefe here on the right. He's our program director for this program. Really sets a stage for an incredible future for our hospital and our community, being able to recruit physicians in. So I would thank Dr. O'Keefe for leading that. We will go in. The way this will work next is we will start interviewing medical students at probably in around October or so, and then we'll submit to the matching program the same way we do internal medicine, and we'll have our new class of 9 physicians residents July of next year. So we're going to get pretty busy around here. Staying in growth, SMH and SRQ Airport care for breastfeeding moms. Sarasota Memorial, in partnership with the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, has installed 2 lactation suites to provide nursing mothers a private, clean, comfortable space for breastfeeding or pumping. These suites are self-contained mobile pods with benches and fold-down table and an electrical outlet for plugging in a breast pump, and a door that can be locked for privacy. In December 2017, SMH became the first in Southwest Florida and among a select group in the nation to earn an international recognition as a baby-friendly hospital. And I don't know if you visited the airport or not. You can't miss these things. They're right out in the middle of everywhere. But I think they're just really a testament to what we stand for and how we partner with others in the community. In the staying in growth column, our new garage, our new 583 space parking garage is to open in December 2018. The new garage will help increase patient campus parking capacity. The foundations have all been put in. The structure will be erected in August and is scheduled to open in December, just in time for next season. I want to continue to thank our 350 staff members who have volunteered to park off-site and be bussed in each and every day. Hopefully this will give us definitely will give us more capacity to park here, and we can reduce the number of people having to park off-site. But we want to thank them for what they've done. And we've also, in the community section, have released our 2018 community report. It's recently distributed throughout Sarasota County. The report contains an overview of SMH's role in the region's healthcare safety net and summary of programs and services. It was supposed to go to every household in Sarasota County. If you have not received one, I'm really talking to the public here, please let us know. We'll get you a copy or as many copies as you would like. I think there's a lot of great information in there. Really talks about what where we are currently and where we're going into the future. And that's my report, Mr. Chairman. Glad to answer any questions.
Thank you, David. Any questions for David? All righty, thank you. I don't think we have anything for the consent agenda. We do not. Any public comments? No, sir. All righty. Anything on the legal front? No. Any other business to come before this esteemed group? Hearing none, we stand adjourned. Thank you.